Alrighty then. Hello and once again, good evening YouTube. Welcome back to the Kamikaze Games channel. He is JC1424. I am Kamikaze Games. And we are driving at 12:07 a.m. We've just gotten out of Final Destination Bloodlines. I didn't even know that was the name of the movie until it flashed up at the end.
I forgot.
They didn't show it at all.
That was like the most 50s or 60s shit that we could have seen in the movie was...
Yeah, was the delayed on that. Yeah. They never flashed the title at the end.
Well, you know what our premonition was? When we were at the freaking, the state park?
Yeah.
And we saw the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the best part of the movie had to be that whole introduction, that and the whole fucking tattoo parlor burning down.
The introduction, the intro scenes for the Final Destination movies are always the best part. It's the fact that they have to introduce the concept of death plotting out this Rube Goldberg scheme of killing everyone. The way that they have to introduce that, it gives us every angle, it gives us every possibility, and there's always a chain of people that end up dying. Spoilers in this review, by the way.
Well, I mean, I haven't even watched damn Sonic 3 review yet because I'm trying to get to see. I haven't seen it.
You still haven't seen Sonic 3 yet. Look, get a load of this guy.
We can watch that together.
We could watch that. That'd be a nice palate cleanser after the sheer amount of death. You know what I want? Final Destination Sonic movie. That'd be fucked up.
I feel like all the action sequences in a Sonic movie lead in that direction, and then
somehow they don't die. That's honestly the most impressive part. So yeah, the opening scene taking place in this, even in modern day, you could not get me into one of them giant, needle buildings.
Dancing on a glass.
Dancing on the glass, like, come on, dude. What was their plan from that? I don't know, dude.
We were 5 months ahead of schedule. It's like, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, no. Dude, that's definitely not a good thing.
Multiple Spider-Man 2 references. I swear.
There were multiple Spider-Man 2 references, yeah.
There was no coincidence in that. I'm pretty sure someone in whoever directed this was
big
just a
Sam Raimi fan. Yep. There was no pizza time, sadly. But
from like when they ran out of champagne and then suddenly it's raindrops falling on my head playing.
Yeah.
Same
ridiculous. But yeah, but as always, opening scene was the best part.
Shit got really fucking sloppy after a while.
It like did. As a whole, everything just kind of started collapsing right away. The weird part about this movie is that it's less so about it being Final Destination for most of the movie. Instead, it's like a Hallmark movie where there's this family drama and the mom left and they're very torn up about this. But then she comes back and they're immediately like, okay. But yeah.
Death's way of fixing all this was giving her bad dreams. That's what.
Yeah.
Death gave her all the bad dreams. She walks on over, drives over to this lady's house, gets the lady to go out the door, then immediately dies.
Yeah, like without hesitation.
If you have bad dreams, see a psychiatrist. Don't go to your.
Do not go to your estranged, psychotic grandma's battle bunker, Fort Knox cabin in the middle of nowhere. Don't do that. Please. There are people out here. Get BetterHelp. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Eric, man.
The best character in this movie.
He was damn near getting killed for no fucking reason. Then he dies anyway. According
to the story, the skater older brother dude was a bastard who wasn't even
he didn't know.
born. They didn't even know that he had a different mother from the one that was in the kill chain. So technically, he should not have been a part of the list, according to the way that the story for Final Destination goes. And yet, there was still a whole scene at his tattoo parlor.
It's a good scene.
Where it's just probably the most elaborate death scene for the entire film, and he didn't die.
I thought he was gonna be twirling with his fucking corpse to this like sad music.
Yeah,
by his,
the sad music.
Nose.
That was a nice touch with the sad music, but yeah. No, this dude was entirely ancillary to the plot of the film, and yet he got the best death scene and didn't even die.
You know what I had said about that Lion King movie, though? Like, the way that it ended? They did did that with the end of this movie where Death just says fuck it and sends a train through the
It's just
goddamn
whatever
suburbia.
at this point. Like, we've had this entire movie. At any moment in time,
Group of
Death
people.
could have just sent an asteroid in and just been done with it, but no. At any point, he could have had an asteroid hit that cabin in the last 20 years. But you're telling me there was no tornadoes, no hurricanes, no any natural disaster, you know, undersea volcano that could have taken out this cabin in the last 20 years? No?
I think for a while, Death had like a large palette of like hundreds of people in various generations to one at a time, and then suddenly a small group of people starts to understand, and then
he was doom scrolling,
and then he got tired, and then he just fucking
he was just like, okay,
he got tired and he started killing people that weren't even part of the little bloodline, and then
so my question is, does every single person that died, it was just the people from the Sky Place, like from the 50s all the way until then, or was Death also working on side projects?
I think it...
Because, like, and in the universe, this is in all the Final Destination universes, I'm guessing, are in the same thing, because they talked about the second movie where the lady drives into the river, and the Wiver. She drives into the Wiver and dies, but comes back.
I think of Death as someone who's got like a YouTube channel and they're doing Let's Plays and they're playing multiple games at once.
That's true.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna come back to this later, and then after a while, it's like starts putting fucking cheat codes in.
All right, welcome back to
episode video game.
episode 1697 of the Sky Deck playthrough.
What's it called? The Sky.
I don't even know. They referenced it like 10 times, and I don't even know the name of it.
Some Sky Floor.
Sky Floor.
The Sky. I don't think they might have.
It was Sky something. But yeah. What else happened? Is it raining?
No.
Or is that just Louisiana moisture? That's just the humidity. I'm not used to the humidity. My hair is doing way better than it was last time, though. I look like a 80s hair metal singer.
How was
last time?
Chicken fajita nachos?
So, I had no idea what to get, because this dude bought a medium popcorn and only ate like 1/16 of it.
I was gonna give you the rest, but
yeah. But then I was like, okay, I can't just go in there empty-handed, so I asked for nachos. And the nachos in my theater are literally just a bag of crispy rounds and a nacho cheese. They gave me like a full-on the jalapenos, chicken, sauce. It was like chicken enchilada nachos with jalapenos. And it was good. A bit much, but good.
I'm gonna give that movie like a 6.5 out of 10. Could have been a 7.5 out of 10 if they didn't get so...
Yeah, the plot was all over the place.
I'm upset Death gave up and just started everything.
Yeah, Death stopped trying after a while. He was like, okay, I'm done. Just hit the fucking button.
Dude, it was the same attitude from what's-his-face, JB.
Yeah.
He was like,
we never saw him again either.
Yeah,
he was in the list.
Scene, he's like, I'm just here for a cameo appearance.
He was just here for a cameo. They didn't even kill him, though.
Yeah, he was just there to give them no advice. And
no advice whatsoever. Just say, y'all are fucked, bye. That's amazing. So, I guess but they didn't show him die on screen, I guess. So, maybe he'll be back in the next fucking movie. Yeah. Of which they will most certainly make it. But yeah, I mean...
What did you think of it?
All in all, I think that was alright. I've seen so many brutal films lately, and like even
the humor was
regular action films have way more gore. Like, sure, they got some pipes going through guys in this, and it's like, oh, the bodies explode after getting hit by trees and stuff.
Vending machine spring popped through this guy's skull due to a giant magnet.
Yeah. But like, I've definitely seen more brutal movies that weren't even horror movies in recent times. So even that's the draw of Final Destination, I think, is that we've got these two trying to hook up in the parking lot of a Waffle House.
I mean, it's fair.
I mean, there's worse places, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I was all right with that. I definitely was entertained.
Right, it's recommended for the opening scenes and then watching how it unfolds after like the first hour. But then once they understand what's going, they explain how everything played out and whatnot. It's like, okay.
Yeah, the chick getting hit in the head with the soccer ball That would not knock you into the garbage can. Give me a break. That was a bit of a stretch. But yeah, I mean, I think that was all right for a Final Destination movie.
It was better,
definitely not the worst in the series.
It was better than a couple, but I'd probably rank it like 4th.
Yeah, it's low on the list.
4th out of like
1 and 2.
7 now or something.
There are so many. It's not as bad as like Saw, but you know, I was all right with it. Good movie. I would recommend if you have absolutely nothing better to do on a Thursday night.
Wait till it costs like $2 and then just rent it.
Yeah, watch it on stream it. That's the answer right there. Just stream it.
What platform is this going to come on Netflix?
I have no idea.
I used to watch movies like this on Netflix all the time, actually.
Yeah.
That weren't Final Destination movies.
Good stuff. Anyway, that was all right. I'm tired, as always, but that's all right. Anyway, we gotta go get waffles. So, y'all have a good one. Bye.